Right. I'm here with Dr. David Kraft, who's a psychotherapist, and he's going to tell us a little bit about hypnosis today. So to start off, what sorts of issues can be applied to with hypnosis?
Well, a huge number really. I work with people that are suffering from anxiety, and anxiety can include phobic disorders, panic disorder, and I subdivide phobias into agoraphobia, which is a phobia in its own right. It's a very complex disorder. And then of course you've got social phobias, and then you've got a number of different phobias, specific phobias, which can be divided into natural environment type, like wind phobia, or height phobia, blood injection injury type, which includes the main one, which is injection phobia, and then you've got animal phobias, so snake phobias and spider phobias are the most common ones, but you've got a huge range of different types of animal phobia. And then specific phobias, which include driving phobia and specific situations. And then there's another category as well. Then there's post-traumatic stress disorder. And then you've got people that have got marital problems or sexual problems. IBS. I mention IBS, anything really which is a psychosomatic manifestation, anything that is a result of stress. And the list goes on really. And I find that hypnosis is very helpful because specific situations where people are stressful, you can rehearse again and again. You know, we only have one choice, only have one chance in life to get things right. But in hypnosis, you can rehearse difficult situations again and again.
So, say I had one of these, disorders or phobias or issues, and I wanted to come to you. And what would the process be like with hypnosis itself?
Well, there are a lot of fears that in hypnosis the client or patient is under the spell of the hypnotist, and this comes from the media and these stage hypnotists that are menaces to society really. The medical model of hypnosis is that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, and if you think about it, it makes sense. Yes, I would be making suggestions that your hand is becoming lighter and lighter, for example, or your eyes becoming heavier and heavier and more tired. But you are processing those suggestions yourself and taking them on board. So really what I'm saying is that in hypnosis, the idea is that you're in control of everything that is going on. And I, like a navigator in a plane, I'm helping you navigate your way around whatever we're doing in hypnosis. So, for example, I will use suggestions which are process suggestions rather than content suggestions. What I mean by that is, rather, if I got you to go to a beach, for example, I wouldn't describe the beach in my own way. I will get you to fill in all the gaps, so you experience your beach in your own unique way. Yeah.
Right. So, let's say I've undergone hypnosis. What sort of how conscious is the person or myself or whoever of the process during and after it?
Well, Michael Yapko talks about a continuum, and I find that that's very helpful. What he explained was that there's no such thing as pure consciousness or pure unconsciousness. It's on a continuum, and in hypnosis you are more inwardly aware, and perhaps your unconscious mind is highly alert. but you're still conscious of what's going on. I'm a therapist and not a neuroscientist. I don't measure these things, but I'm aware that there's no such thing as complete unconsciousness. So you're aware of what's going on, you're in control of what's going on. Spontaneous amnesia is something that happens from time to time. Hypnotic virtuosos sometimes forget or don't process things that are happening in hypnosis, but for the most part you're aware of what is going on throughout the process. The most important thing is that you're in control of it, and throughout the process I check in with my clients, so I get them to nod their head if they're happy to move on. I ask them about the pace, if they can hear my voice, whether it's too loud or too soft, and I check in at all times to make sure that my client is comfortable and relaxed.
So I have a particular question about in a lot of movies I've seen a pendulum or some sort of swinging object that hypnotists use. Is that still a real thing that goes on, or how are your feelings about that?
Well, my feelings about the pendulum it's very old school. You know, look into my eyes, or all this stuff. It originated, I think, from Chevreul, who's a French scientist, that and I think they used the expression animal magnetism. You know, and there's mesmer, and he talked about mesmerism and so forth. If you think about the process, if you're looking at a pendulum moving from side to side, it's monotonous. So it can be used. If I wanted to, I would use a pendulum, and you would stare at the pendulum, and it would produce an eye fixation effect, and by moving your eyes from side to side you become more relaxed. If you think about the process, that many people who can't get off to sleep, they read a book from side to side, and that has a relaxing soporific effect. So we can use the pendulum, but I prefer to use words in order to induce trance, because I feel that it gives much more control to the client.
Well, thanks for talking to me, David. If any of the viewers have any other questions, where can they go to seek advice or help?
Well, there's some very good websites around the world on this subject. My personal website, there are lots of FAQs on there that one can dip into. I've also got a glossary on my website, and you know, if you've got any burning questions, there's a form that you can fill in and ask some questions, book an appointment, and if there's anything that comes up time and time again, we can include in one of these videos, so you're welcome to do that too.
Okay, well, thanks very much.
Thank you.